On this day, 20 years ago, America suffered the worst terrorist attack in our history. Radical Islamic terrorists murdered nearly 3,000 Americans. Every one of us who was old enough to know what was happening that day remembers exactly where he or she was the moment of those attacks. It was a beautiful September day, a clear blue sky. The first image of the plane flying in to the Twin Towers, with everyone wondering, is this some horrific accident? Something gone awry? And then when the second plane hit the second tower, and everyone realized this was no accident. This was a deliberate act of war, a deliberate act of mass murder. The images of that day are seared in the hearts of millions of Americans. The images of people leaping to their death from the Twin Towers. The images of the towers collapsing in a giant rain of rubble and smoke. The image of the Pentagon smoldering in fire. Heidi and I were living less than a mile from the Pentagon at the time. The smell in the air. The agony of a nation that realized we were under attack. We also remember the unity, how we came together. For a moment in time, there were no Republicans or Democrats. There were no red states or blue states. We were America. We remember celebrating, seeing a president standing atop the rubble in New York City, telling everyone that America hears you, and soon the entire world is going to hear you. For the next 2 decades, we saw men and women step forward and answer the call, volunteer to serve, to protect this country, to keep us safe. And we sent servicemen and women in harm's way in Afghanistan, in Iraq. Thousands lost their lives. Many thousands more were gravely injured. Today, on this tragic anniversary, I want to take the opportunity to thank every single man and woman who answered the call, who served, who took the oath to defend this nation. I want to thank every soldier, every sailor, every airman, and every Marine, every guardsman, every American who said, I will sacrifice to keep our nation safe. This past month has been deeply painful for millions of Americans as we've watched the disaster unfolding in Afghanistan. Today, we should take the opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to those brave servicemen and women who risked everything to keep us safe, and to some of them who are wondering, was it worth it? Was my sacrifice worth it? Let me say yes. Your service was worth it. Your service made a difference. Your service saved American lives. It deterred terrorists, and it kept this country safe. And so to every one of you who served with honor, who served with integrity, who answered the call, who ensured that all of the rest of us can remain free, from the very bottom of our hearts, we say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service, your dedication, your honor. On behalf of a grateful nation, thank you. This is a date that shall live in infamy. We'll never forget the act of war this nation faced. on September 11th, 2001, and we shall never forget the honor and sacrifice of everyone who served over the last 2 decades and everyone who's serving now, who continues to keep this nation safe, to defend the Constitution, to defend the lives of our brothers and sisters, and to defend the country we love so much, the United States of America. Thank you.